Breaking news. Masari backs southern governors, says open grazing is un-Islamic. If you've been following us, if you've been with Apple Line Media, if you have not been with us, please, it's a good time to like us, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. You would have heard us say that when it's convenient, yes, they will implement, express, ambiguously state what Islamic law says with regards to that issue. But when it's not convenient, you don't hear of it. This is the governor of Castina State who is saying, do you know that the open grazing, according to Islam, is wrong? Because all the governors of the South, Attorney General of the Federation has described it with spare parts. I mean, the president, Garuba Shehu, everybody, tantrums all over the place. How dare the southern governors come up to say grazing is bound, blah, 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 blah. He said, the guy said, now, it's not the Quran. In a wrong thing that they do. It's only in Nigeria where they put a Sharia law, and the Sharia law does not concern Gandunje, who is stealing. You give somebody contract, you use back and they collect the dollars. Then what you want make them do? You see, it's only when it's convenient. Yes, it is the law. When it's not convenient, it's not applicable. And you say things are all right. Excuse me, what part of the language are you from? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get the details. Masari backs southern governors, says open grazing is actually un-Islamic, very un-Islamic. Castina State Governor Aminu Masari has strewn his weight behind southern governors on ban on open grazing, describing the practice which encourages herders to move from one location to another as un-Islamic, reminding President Muhammadu Buhari and other leaders of the northern region to check properly what the Quran says about this practice. Masari, who spoke to selected reporters at Government House in Castina as part of the activities to mark second year of his second tenure in office, argued necessarily infrastructures should be put in place for livestock farming. It should be provided in states for ranching as against open grazing. He said this is something we have to do through development, provide necessary infrastructure that will make the herders not to move. Why should herders from Castina move all the way to the south? Is it logic? Does it make sense? These are human beings. They should begin to move from Castina to the south. Will you do it? The Elders movement is essentially in search of two things: water and food for their cattle. If we can provide these two things, why should they move? Why? This roaming about, I don't think for us, it is un-Islamic. It is not the best. It is part of the problem we have today. Let's face it, and stop being ethnistic regard this matter. Let's be real. I don't support that. We should continue with that. We should continue with open grazing at this age and time. I can't believe this governor is saying this. Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. I'm in a dream. Yes, let's continue. On devotion of power, he says restructuring of the state is needed. It should be restructured. What the governors of the Southwest has said, there is nothing wrong. Oh, this is a governor in Castina State speaking in this light and in this regard. I can't believe he just said what he said, but he did. And you just heard it. Ah, yes, you heard it loud and clear. So you see, unless we tell ourselves the truth, yes, and stop deceiving ourselves, we know what is right. But you see that thing, oppression, how dare you challenge me? That stinge of being above the other person is what has kept us where we are today as a nation. The ability to say the truth and say it for what it is what has kept the nation in what it is today. People with different mindsets, not being honest, totally open to the truth, deceit, unhindered, and yet you call yourself a leader. This governor of Castina State, I don't know what side of the bed he woke up from, but I must tell you, he did really woke up on a good side. Because what he's saying, I can't believe is the one saying it. Castina State governor saying it as it is, that in this day and age, people should not be roaming cattle all around, that it is wrong. I'm flabbergasted if there is yeah, it is a word in it. So what is Garubad Shehu doing? You know the fun. Let me tell you what's going on in presidency. Yes, they do what we call selective hearing. So what that means is, I'm saying to you, I'm explaining something to you that may not necessarily be your cup of tea. And from what I'm saying, you're only picking what you want to hear. And by the time I say something that stings your ego, you react. You are not taking it with an open mind holistically to really listen and be able to honestly give a constructive, yes, on divided and honest opinion without being sentimental or with your own bias, because you are coming from a position or a place to antagonize. So what selective hearing. Parents at times in Africa we do that. Yes, child is saying, but this, that, say, hey, what are you saying? Why did you do that? No, 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 you're not listening. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is saying, what if you're saying that? You know that thing, yes? Exactly. That's what's happening in Africa. How can this day and age we're still having problem with herders and farmers? It's only Nigeria. Do you know when these herdsmen started it was becoming, I mean, it has been there a bit subtle, not you just have it a bit here and there, you know. It was not very prominent. It just happened when you hear like, I heard it. That's something that really happened. People are kind of like, "Ah, seriously, that happened? A bit here and there. Do you know they also wanted to start that in Ghana? Ah, my dear, I'm not telling you fibbles. I watched it on television when Ghana president, you know what they call rain boots for Nigeria? He wear rain boots, enter the woman farm, yeah, with all the entourage, saying, see, if you catch any herder on your farm, hmm, call your neighbors, kill the cattle. He said you have just gotten food for the year. If you catch them, they should. I'm telling you, it was something else. I could not believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it. And guess what? The whole farmer herder clashes died a natural death in that state. But in Nigeria today, what do we have? It's called reverse is the case, because we have those who are we are in charge. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.